Imagine becoming one of the most famous teenagers in America before you're old enough to vote. Millions of fans know your name. Your TV show is a massive hit. Hollywood studios want you in their biggest movies. The future looks perfect. Then, just a few years later, you disappear from the spotlight. What happened? This is the story of Amanda Bynes, one of the most successful child stars of the 2000s. A young actress whose talent made millions laugh, but whose journey also became a reminder that fame can come with an enormous personal cost. Amanda Laura Bynes was born on April 3, 1986, in Thousand Oaks, California. Even as a child, she stood out because of her confidence and natural sense of humor. While many kids dreamed of being on television, Amanda seemed completely comfortable in front of an audience. She wasn't just acting, she genuinely loved entertaining people. Her parents noticed her talent early and encouraged her to perform in local comedy and theater productions. It didn't take long before casting directors began to notice her unique personality. Unlike many young actors who relied on memorized lines, Amanda had a natural comic timing that made every performance feel effortless. In the mid-1990s, she landed her breakthrough role on Nickelodeon's hit sketch comedy series All That. The show was already popular, but Amanda quickly became one of its biggest breakout stars. Whether she was playing funny characters or delivering perfect comedic reactions, audiences loved her energy. Television critics praised her confidence, while young viewers saw her as one of the funniest people on TV. Before long, Nickelodeon realized Amanda wasn't just another cast member. She was becoming the face of a new generation of family entertainment. That success would soon lead to something even bigger, her very own television show, a rare achievement for someone so young. It was the beginning of a career that seemed destined for Hollywood superstardom. Amanda's popularity on All That grew so quickly that Nickelodeon made a bold decision. In 1999, the network launched The Amanda Show, a sketch comedy series built entirely around her talent. It was a huge opportunity, and Amanda didn't disappoint. The show featured hilarious characters, funny interviews, and over-the-top comedy that appealed to both kids and adults. Week after week, viewers tuned in to see what she would do next. Her energy, confidence, and ability to play completely different personalities made her stand out from almost every other young actor on television. The Amanda Show became one of Nickelodeon's biggest hits. It earned award nominations, attracted millions of viewers, and turned Amanda Bynes into one of the most recognizable teenage celebrities in America. By the early 2000s, her face was everywhere, from television commercials and magazine covers to red carpet events and fan conventions. But Amanda wasn't satisfied with television success alone. She wanted to prove she could become a Hollywood movie star. That opportunity arrived with films like Big Fat Liar, where she starred alongside other popular young actors. The movie performed well and introduced Amanda to an even wider audience. Soon after came What a Girl Wants, a romantic comedy that showcased a different side of her acting. Audiences loved her charm, humor, and natural screen presence, helping the film become another memorable hit. Then came one of her most famous roles in She's the Man, a comedy inspired by William Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. Amanda's performance received praise for its confidence and comic timing, and many fans still consider it one of the best teen comedies of its era. Her success continued with Hairspray, the musical film featuring a star-studded cast. Acting alongside established Hollywood names showed just how far Amanda had come. She was no longer seen as only a Nickelodeon star. She had become a respected actress capable of succeeding on the big screen. By the late 2000s, Amanda Bynes had achieved what many young performers only dream about. She had successful television shows, hit movies, industry awards, and millions of loyal fans around the world. Entertainment magazines frequently listed her among Hollywood's brightest young stars, and many believed her career was only beginning. From the outside, everything looked perfect. Fame, success, and endless opportunities seemed to be waiting for her. But behind the cameras, life in the spotlight can be far more complicated than it appears. The pressure of growing up while constantly being watched by the public can affect even the strongest people. No one knew that the next chapter of Amanda Bynes' life would be very different from the inspiring success story that millions of fans had been watching. For years, Amanda Bynes had been one of Hollywood's brightest young stars. But as she entered adulthood, fans began noticing something unexpected. Her public appearances became less frequent, new movie roles slowed down, and the actress who had once seemed to be everywhere was suddenly stepping away from the spotlight. In 2010, Amanda surprised many fans by announcing that she was retiring from acting. Although she later made comments suggesting she wasn't completely finished with Hollywood, it became clear that she wanted a different direction for her life. For someone who had spent most of her childhood and teenage years in front of cameras, the decision marked a major turning point. Around the same time, Amanda experienced several personal and legal challenges that received widespread media attention. News outlets followed her closely, and almost every development became a headline. As with many celebrities, intense media coverage often focused on the most dramatic moments rather than the full picture. Over the following years, Amanda became much more private. She largely stepped away from acting and reduced her public appearances. Instead of returning immediately to Hollywood, She chose to focus on her personal life and future goals outside the entertainment industry. One of those goals was education. Amanda enrolled in the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising, often called FIDM, in California. Rather than chasing another movie role, she spent time studying fashion and exploring a creative path away from film and television. Many fans were surprised by the change, but others admired her decision to pursue something she genuinely enjoyed. As time passed, public conversations about child stars also began to change. People started asking difficult questions. What happens when someone grows up in front of millions of viewers? How much pressure comes from constant media attention? And how can young performers balance fame with their personal lives? Amanda's journey became part of a much larger discussion about the challenges many child actors face after early success. While every person's experience is different, her story reminded audiences that fame does not automatically protect someone from life's difficulties. Although Amanda has occasionally shared updates with fans, she has generally chosen a quieter and more private life in recent years. That decision has earned respect from many people who believe celebrities should have the freedom to live outside the spotlight if they choose. For longtime fans, Amanda Bynes will always be remembered for the laughter she brought to television screens and movie theaters. But her story is also a reminder that behind every famous face is a real person whose life extends far beyond the headlines. As the years passed, Amanda Bynes stayed mostly out of the public eye. Unlike many celebrities who constantly seek attention, she appeared to choose a quieter path. While fans occasionally saw updates through interviews or social media, her focus seemed to be on living life away from the non-stop pressure of Hollywood. Looking back, it's easy to remember Amanda for her biggest movies and unforgettable comedy. But her influence goes far beyond box office numbers. For an entire generation, she represented a golden era of family entertainment. Shows like The Amanda Show and movies like She's the Man continue to attract new viewers, proving that great performances can stand the test of time. Her journey also changed the way many people think about child stars. Over the years, audiences have become more aware of the intense pressure that can come with growing up in front of millions of people. Constant public attention, demanding work schedules, and the loss of personal privacy can affect anyone, no matter how successful they appear. Amanda's story reminds us that fame doesn't always tell the whole story. Behind every red carpet photo is a real person with dreams, struggles, and challenges that the public may never fully understand. That's why many fans today choose to remember not just the difficult headlines, but also the joy and laughter she brought to millions of homes. Even though she stepped away from Hollywood, Amanda's impact on pop culture remains strong. Her comedy inspired countless young performers, and many actors who grew up watching Nickelodeon still describe her as one of the funniest talents of her generation. Her work continues to be streamed, shared, and celebrated by fans around the world. Perhaps the biggest lesson from Amanda Bynes' journey is that success should never be measured only by fame. Personal well-being, privacy, and happiness matter just as much as awards, money, or popularity. Sometimes the strongest decision a person can make is choosing the life that feels right for them, even if it means walking away from the spotlight. Whether Amanda Bynes ever returns to acting or continues living a private life, her place in Hollywood history is already secure. She will always be remembered as one of the defining child stars of the late 1990s and early 2000s, whose talent made millions of people smile. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this documentary and want more true Hollywood stories, celebrity documentaries, and untold entertainment history, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. And now we'd love to hear from you. What is your favorite Amanda Bynes movie or TV show, and which Hollywood celebrity story should we cover next? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your suggestion might be featured in our next documentary.